Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Funday with Paul and Judy. Happy last day of February.
Can you believe it?
I know. Tomorrow's the first day of It's
First
Rabbit
day.
Day.
Oh, it's Rabbit
Or I
Day.
should say Rabbit Night.
Of course, St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, which is a Wednesday this year. So we'll have to celebrate it on the 14th, which I think is the Sunday before that.
Right. We'll celebrate then, but maybe we'll show video from wherever we go.
Yeah, you think the places will be? I know we know our favorite haunt right down the road will be
open.
Yeah. Will be open.
We'll be wearing our green.
It's fun to kind of break it all out. We haven't worn that top hat thing in a while though. That big green leprechaun hat.
Thing.
Yeah,
right.
It's so funny. And I found another scarf that I had almost donated, and it's got shamrocks all over it.
How could you donate that?
I know. So I found it and I said, "Oh my gosh, the timing is perfect on this." So yay.
As always, tell us if you can hear us.
Hi, Teresa and Jen. Good to see your little icon. I think those guys are ship-shape styles. Am I right? Give me a nod. Hi, Glenna. How are you? Happy Sunday. And we are thinking that maybe LaDawn will be joining as well. Hi, Deborah. Welcome from Pittsburgh, PA.
Yay.
Yes.
Go Steelers. Oh, season's over.
Hi, Sherry. Well, they'll be starting up again next year, right? Speaking of that, I think I remember how to do this. Let me see if I remember how to do this. Okay, here we go. Yay!
Oh, how about that?
Like magic.
By the way, you might have noticed it's a little different look.
Oh, yeah,
today.
The background.
Why is that, Judy?
Well, we have, thank you. We have some big news. And you all have been so fabulous and so supportive and such great followers. And really, we appreciate it so much. And actually, that's why we're doing the show today, despite the fact that I am launching a product in 2 hours on HSN.
From this very same spot.
From this very same spot.
Yeah.
So we said, okay, what's going to be the easiest way to do our Sunday Funday and still say hi to our followers and our friends? And then not stress me out too much to have to undo everything and redo everything. So we just decided to do it right in the spot where the show is going to go on in 2 hours.
Love it.
So
cool.
I have a brand new fitness product that I'll be launching.
And it's fascinating and amazing.
Yeah.
At the amount of things it can do for how little it costs and the number of body parts that you can work in. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and Paul was so funny, and I'm sure I'll probably figure out a way to weave this into the presentation. But he said, if you think about all the people who either go to a lake house or they rent a B&B for a month, an Airbnb, or they go to the beach, they go to the shore. And he said, you could actually fit this in your suitcase. And I said, yeah, you could put part of it in your suitcase, your check bag, and the other part in your carry-on, because it breaks out into an 8.5 pound and a 3.5 pound piece. So the whole thing is 11 pounds. It'll be fun to show you. I hope you'll be able to tune in. Thanks, Glenna. I know it's very exciting. And I'm so happy because I know the host. She and I go way back. We worked together 15 years ago. You all know Callie, and she's going to be the host for the show. Now, my presentation might not be right at the top of the 2 o'clock show. We're just supposed to sort of be ready to go on anytime during the hour. And I don't know what the order is.
Yeah. And by the way, if the phone rings, Judy might have to answer it because
that's true.
By the way,
I did put it right here. So if it goes off, I might have to excuse myself if Callie wants to have a conversation ahead of time.
We're teetotaling because of Judy having to sit on the air, and I have to be behind one of the cameras.
Yes.
So that's going to be a disaster. So we're drinking waters today until Breed Day after your thing.
Yes. So I'm launching a fitness product, and it's called the Ab Ace. And I hope you'll tune in to see how it works and how easily it can fit into even the smallest of spaces. So whether you have an apartment or a big fat house, you're going to be able to find room for this.
A big fat house.
A big fat house. Living room, bedroom. Shoot, you could even put it in the bathroom if you had a big fat bathroom.
Now, is it time for our bumper stickers and our signs?
Yes, let's do that. Yay! I hope you will, Teresa. Thank you. All right, so yes, this is bumper stickers and bar signs, and Glenna has already shown her name, so let's give her some props for this one.
Funny.
Very funny. I've never seen anything like that before.
What, reserved for green vehicles? Yes, because they have ones that you plug in and all that. But of course, that's not the idea.
Oh, so duh.
You see why I keep Judy around.
I really didn't understand. And then there was a green vehicle in front of it. Oh my
I was going to
gosh.
say, technically, it's teal.
I better quit while I'm behind.
Buff has
a big fat house.
Big fat house.
So green vehicles,
Yes.
gotcha. The ones you plug in that are eco-friendly.
Right.
Ah, okay.
And that doesn't look like an eco-friendly, but it is a green vehicle.
It's green. Oh, glad that made my day even happier than it did the first time
spring
around.
Cleaning. Somebody just
spring cleaning. Oh,
just doing spring cleaning.
So then we also had courtesy of Lisa, who got this from her friend Tony on Facebook. Rough road. So that was pretty funny. Oh, that's cool, Carolyn. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, we thought that was like, okay, there are definitely people who are making road signs who have a sense of humor. Hi, Mark.
Or did that happen after the fact from some citizen?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it matches the rough road color and writing, so I'm not sure. Just too funny. Anyway, thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Glenna, for your contributions to bumper stickers, bar signs, and I took out the oops because it doesn't fit on the screen anymore.
I had one that I wasn't able to do. I was driving this morning, and it wasn't a bumper sticker, and I didn't have my phone at the ready. It was a sign outside of a place of business. The place of business was obviously a hair salon.
This is cute. You told me about it.
And it said, what did I say?
Didn't it say hair to die for?
Yes, yeah, hairstyles to die for.
DYE.
DYE.
Yeah, that would have been fun to show too. So keep them coming and send them to me through Messenger. So it's a private message, and that way it's kind of fun to be able to reveal on the show each week. So and we are allowed to contribute.
Yeah, absolutely, we do.
We can't win in a contest, but we can contribite.
In fact, I was in the biggest shop around us,
Thank
is
you,
Walmart,
Maria.
and I was looking in the parking, watching, looking. Where are the bumper stickers?
Oh yeah.
Except that one that was inundated, and I showed you.
And I think you were actually in your car at a stop sign with that car in front of you when you found that.
I think that was the only thing holding the car together.
I think so too. Yeah. So
yes, Sis did have a question about diamonds. I did see that. I'm going to answer you on that. Actually, I'll answer for everybody right now.
Okay.
She was asking about, she has a diamond ring from a long time ago.
Thank you.
And it doesn't mean anything to her anymore. And so how much have diamonds gone up in price, and what could she be expected to get for that?
Oh, okay. Good question.
So this is good news.
I bet everybody could benefit.
Yes, this is good news and it's bad news. So the diamonds have gone up in value a lot over the last 15, 20 years. No question about it. There's a problem with the jewelry thing, and I think people have expectations, especially with gold and diamonds, because everybody's putting in their gold. And the truth is, gold is probably going to be more readily sellable than the diamond itself. You're probably, because here's the problem with diamonds, even when they go up in value. Number one, when you're wearing a piece of diamond in jewelry, I've told you this in many of my lessons, no gem is infallible, not even a diamond. In fact, diamonds can chip and crack easier than most other gemstones. Even though it's the hardest, it's harder to scratch. Yeah. But it can chip and crack if you hit it in the right place. The other thing is, there's a lot of jewelry stores that will say, we will give you the full value of your diamond if you trade it in for another diamond. Oh, okay. And so that's a little bit easier for them to do, because they're already marking things up pretty drastically.
You got to keep the lights on.
Right. So it's a difficult way to give you this answer. But probably, the gold, you'll get something for the gold. That's something that confuses people too. You hear about all this gold, and gold is this much an ounce. And that's how much is an ounce for 24 karat gold. That's not how much you're going to get for your ring, which may be 18 karat or 14 karat or even 10 karat gold.
Right. Or your old bent bracelet, or, a charm bracelet where the charms fell off, things like that.
So you'd probably be better off.
They go by weight.
Better off going through the secondary market. You could ask your jeweler about it. If you have a good relationship with the jeweler, they might give you as fair a price as they can. But those are two of the things. And I'll still write to you and give you some specifics. But if I know of any, and there's some places where you can, mail things in and mail them back and everything's secure. But you can't look at the price increase in diamonds for what a new diamond that comes out of the ground is, based on the clarity, carat weight, all that stuff. So anyway, that's the long and the short.
A little bit long, but that's okay.
But
You're allowed.
But it's an important question, and it was important enough to answer here that other of you might have had the same questions as listed about what's my diamond worth today.
So we had another thought for you that we thought we might kind of have some fun showing. And we wanted to kind of start a conversation on this too.
Yes.
So we've come up with a couple of fun new segments. And also, speaking of hosts at HSN, I told you I was going to be working with Callie this afternoon. Suzanne Runyon is going to be our guest next weekend.
The 7th?
Yes, the 7th. So that'll be fun. So we always like to have things for you guys to look forward to. So what are the things you've missed during the pandemic? And when we start to see those comments come through, we'll try to make sure they're up on the screen and we can, comment on them and see what other people say about them as well.
Oh, so what's your answer? Start everybody out.
To start everybody out, what have I missed most? It's hard because there's so many things that I've missed.
Mm-hmm.
I've really missed just being able to call up a friend and say, hey, let's go out for happy hour, when people are kind of nervous about that. So I've really missed the interaction with friends and family. We haven't seen my parents. They live an hour away. We haven't seen them for 6 months because where they live, they had the whole, if you leave the property, and it's really almost like a university campus, but then you had to be quarantined for 14 days. And they said, our lives are too active within the community to just sit in our apartment for 14 days. So we'll see you when this lifts. So I've missed that a lot.
I miss not having to wear a damn mask.
Oh, not having to wear one. Yeah.
Yeah. And
not your favorite thing.
It's not my favorite thing. And especially if you're trying to talk to someone or trying to hear someone, you can't even sort of read their lips. It's just this, I feel like I'm in a perpetual drive-through.
Look who's writing in, seeing my friends like you. Yes. Hi, Sharon. I miss you. We used to have, it was fun because she is in Knoxville, and we met during the year that I appeared on JTV as a guest. And so after that, when I came back to Florida and was no longer flying to Knoxville, she and I would have phone calls and have happy hours. She would pour herself a glass of wine at her house. At least I assume she did. I know I was doing the same thing at my house, and we would have our little cocktail hours over the phones. I miss you, Sharon. We have to do that again.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know what else I miss, and I know Judy's going to agree with me on this one. We have our favorite places to go, to have a cocktail, as you say, or lunch. And to see them struggling, to be at only 50% capacity or 25% capacity. Yeah. We are in a place that is a vacation spot for people. Mm-hmm. And usually the things would be just completely packed. And these are our friends. These are the friends that we've been helping out throughout the years. And so we're still trying to help them out by going, but it's sad to see it not at full capacity.
Every single person who's writing in is saying that's what they miss. They miss going to their favorite places, seeing their friends, seeing their family. So definitely a common theme that we thought would happen to come through. Okay, now the second thing you miss most, because that is the case for all of us. So now you get to start with this one. The second thing that you miss most about having to deal with the pandemic. Yeah, birthday parties.
I don't know. What's my answer?
Concerts.
Oh, yeah, live music.
We miss live music concerts. We're such music people. And I saw you just said too, Darlene, traveling. That's another thing that we're nuts for traveling. And we would go through withdrawals because we were always going somewhere every couple months, making plans, making trips. And so that's been frustrating too. But concerts and also festivals. Like we would go to 3 and 4 day festivals all the time. Tortuga, Telluride, wine festivals, jazz festivals, music festivals. So that's another thing that we really missed.
And cruise ships.
Oh, and cruising.
Yeah.
How about you guys? Are you planning any cruises for 2021 or 2022? Is there any kind of hugs?
Yeah.
I agree with you. That's a good one to miss. I miss hugs too. Everybody's afraid. You know, you see somebody for the first time in a while and you sort of don't know, are they going to want to hug you? Are they going to hi? And are they going to want to do the elbow thing and the fist? It's just, anyway, different. It's just different. But are you planning to go on a cruise? Because I don't know, are they going to be opening up anytime soon?
I think April 1st, some of them are planning to, and I say planning to because you never know. They're working with the Centers for Disease Control, and yes, I would go on one. I think that we would, and we just came off of one as this was starting.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
We had taken a cruise in January,
right?
And we were saying to our friends, "Oh my gosh, do you realize how quickly we kind of slid in under the wire?" Because even on the cruise ship at that time, nobody was talking about the pandemic in January. It wasn't until really the end of February when some of our other friends had gone on an Australian cruise and they had to be kept on the ship and couldn't go off on some of the excursions on some of the islands where they were supposed to stop.
Depending on where they went, right?
Depending on where they went, yeah. So it was really, kind of difficult for them. And then they had to come back and be quarantined. And so life has kind of changed.
I just heard somebody say something about sunny Florida. Yes, look.
Oh, I know. Can you tell?
I was trying to do some things out in the cold intercoastal yesterday, and I didn't think I was out
The
there that
weather's
long.
warm, like it's 79 degrees in the air, but the water, not so much.
It wasn't too bad. I want to say it was.
And you even put suntan lotion on, didn't you?
Yeah.
And a hat? Yeah. He was actually trying to get rid of a nest because they
start to infest your dock and everything else.
Yeah,
like that.
so he needed to make sure that he kind of covered that. But there is a girl whose daughter, friend of mine who goes to bar class, whose daughter is in town from Colorado. And 2 days ago, it was just so beautiful here. And we'd had a couple of weeks of cold. So they went to the beach and she said, we were really good. We put our sunscreen on, we had our umbrellas, we had hats on, and they both got burned anyway. So you really do try to be very, very careful.
And it can happen fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially with Irish skin like mine. By the way, I heard of a lot of people agreeing about the music part.
Yes. And music festivals.
Some of our musician friends have had to become very creative and they're doing some things on Facebook or other live streaming.
Yeah.
So anytime you can support them and give them a little tip or something like that, that's good for them because their worlds were turned all upside down.
Oh my goodness gracious. Especially the ones that we know who had dates booked. The rest of the year.
Tony Janflon had like 150 dates booked. Just went away.
Yeah, just gone.
And our one that we newly introduced you.
Oh yes, Andy.
Andy Prescott.
So he's trying this whole system, the software that we use. And so I've been guiding him through some of the steps and some of the frustrations and what do you plug in here and how come there was buffering there? And so it's been kind of fun to help him along.
He's even trying.
He's so talented.
Yeah, that's right. It's not the same on Facebook, but he's funny because he is the best piano bar guy ever. But
he made everybody feel like a star.
Right. The fun was singing, with him playing, and he's attempting. It's a little difficult. Attempting to do that, relive that experience for those of you that like to sing at a piano bar.
Yeah.
So I think he sends a taped version of what he did, and then you play it and sing to it, and then.
That's fun. We always used to like the cruise ships that had the piano bars on the cruise ship because at night after dinner it'd always be fun to go up and sing.
And some of those guys are really great too.
Yes. Yeah. So let's talk about a video that's going to be uploaded tomorrow.
Oh yes.
We haven't done an In the Kitchen with Paul and Judy in a while. And so I don't want to disappoint you with this one because you're going to think, wait, why didn't they get a little bit more creative than this? But oh my gosh, it was so worth it. So let me pull us down and put the video up so that you can see what we did and what's going to be revealed tomorrow on YouTube at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Okay. All right. Here we go. If I'm showing the right one. Yes, I think I will. Welcome into In the Kitchen with Paul and Judy.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Judy. I was waiting for that.
Yes.
I had a feeling that was coming.
Mm-hmm.
So we're actually not doing a repeat of a recipe,
No.
but we are doing the repeat of the name of a recipe.
Yes, lemon chicken.
We're doing lemon
or chicken limon. And I'll tell you what, the other one was delicious.
It was really very good. And I'm sure a lot of you tried it. So I'm still waiting for the comments below that say how you did it differently. And some have already come in. So that's fine.
It wasn't what I was craving for. I'll tell you that story after we tell you what you need.
Okay, that's perfect.
Is that good?
Yes, and since you know the recipe, oh, by the way, Paul is first apron, and I'm second apron.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, should we say that this is inspired by Buca di Beppo?
It is. It
okay,
is.
the restaurant if you've ever been.
And we'll give you the whole story on that in a little bit.
What do we need?
We need 1 egg.
All right, 1 egg you have. Leave you in suspense. 1 egg.
Yeah, that's all you need. I mean, what
Everything
came
else
first?
just magically comes off the stove and served.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
That's right. That's true.
No, it is. It was spectacular. It was everything that we expected, and it's the reason we did another one.
Yeah.
Is that we love that from that particular restaurant chain, which is no longer near us.
Right.
And that's what I was going for in the first one, but it was a completely different recipe. Delicious, as you said, but this was. Oof.
And we almost didn't do it back to back. Hi, LaDon. It's really, really good. We said this is one that we would make over and over and over again. And if you haven't made that particular version, many of you are really good cooks. And I hear from you from time to time, and you'll say, this is what we do. And I like the way you did this. And you might try this the next time. But that one is definitely worth doing.
That's going to be in our rotation.
Our repertoire.
Like once a week or once every other week.
So that's why we decided to go ahead and do lemon chicken back to back. And just so you remember where you're going to be able to see it, coming up tomorrow, it'll be here on my channel. And what I did for you this time is just to show you that, see the playlists that are 1, 2, 3, 4. They're really only 4 playlists. There's a Get Fit and In the Kitchen. And I even put our Sunday Fundays on there. And then sometimes I've done some fun little on-air shows with old friends. So that's my last playlist. I think the one with Kathy Levin, I put in that one. But anyway, this is what it'll look like when you look tomorrow, and it'll upload Eastern time at 10 a.m. And I think you guys know where to find us on YouTube. So it's very easy to search, and you could even watch that on your smart TV if you wanted to. Sure. So yeah, so that'll be fun. It's a good one. It's a little long. Oh, but stick around because there's some good little outtakes at the end. Yes.
Yeah, always have to see those.
Yeah. And sometimes we don't really have any that I can add. So this time I happen to say, oh my gosh, there's so many that I'm going to save a whole lot of material for the end of the video. So you had another good one come out yesterday morning.
The Color Gemstone Academy, of course. We're doing our little mini series on garnets.
Mm-hmm.
I am now up to 1,162 subscribers. So thank all of you for doing that.
Cool.
This one is on spessartine garnet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll tell you it inspired me to do a trivia question. Well, this lesson today is on spessartine, sometimes called spessartite garnet, and it is the third in my mini-series on garnets. Where did the name come from? Why do we call it spessartine or spessartite garnet? Well, it's called spessartine garnet because it comes from, the name comes from the Spessart district of Bavaria, where this gem was first discovered. Now, spessartine garnet itself is a pretty rare form of the garnet family of gemstones, but what I like most about it, it can be a substitute for some of the shades of the imperial topaz, which is even rarer and more valuable, more costly, more expensive than the garnet. In fact, I'm going to show you on your screen right now. Here is an example of an orange imperial topaz. Now I'm going to show you a picture of the orange spessartine garnet. Actually, in my opinion, I think I like the coloration and the sparkle of the garnet version of that orange stone than I do the imperial topaz, which is much more expensive.
Very interesting. Very
Well,
interesting.
what I said is going to be, it inspired a trivia question, which I told you about upstairs. Because I checked, I keep thinking, is it too much garnet? You know, because there's so many varieties of it.
Well, it was so popular of a subject and a gem that you said, okay, well, let me do another variety.
Yeah, and I wanted
As
to
another
cover
video.
all of them because there's so many different varieties. So this was basically the 4th garnet video. And number 1, as of when we started the show, Garnet 101.
Yeah.
Number 2, Spessartine garnet.
Yeah.
Number 3, Pyrope garnet. Number 4, Almandine garnet.
How about that?
Those are the top 4 trending right now.
Isn't that funny? It's
So,
all the
it's
January
crazy.
1st stuff.
But anyway, so yeah, there will be more. So I saw somebody pop up a question about anthill. I did cover that in the Pyrope garnet. So that was, I think, less than 50 maybe.
And if you don't know where to find Paul's YouTube channel, I'll put the link for it over in the comments. So you can visit it tomorrow or right after our show, and you'll be able to watch. And you see in the upper left-hand side right there of all the videos, it says episode 51, Spessartine garnet. So that's the best way to know where to be able to find it and click. And I saw another message come through from Linda who said, and I'm assuming, Linda, since you do my workouts with me, that you were meaning my YouTube channel, that ever since I told you about the playlists and how everything falls into that one category, you said, oh my gosh, it's so much easier to maneuver. And there was somebody else who wrote to me this week and said the same thing. She said, I just wish they were all in one place because I'd like to be able to do arms and then go right to abs and then go right to legs. And I said, let me give you the link to the playlist so you could just do one to the next. I said, there are like 45 different videos over there that you could just alternate between. And so she was very appreciative too. And the other place that you can watch them, let me see if I can find it. I don't know if you guys saw this, but if you're starting to follow us on Instagram, let me show you what I did this week. So in the middle, you'll see on the very far left, there's a picture of my computer as I was editing the recipe that's coming up tomorrow. And I said, my poor computer is groaning, it's whining because there were so many sources on it. But in the middle, I put that video and I was just really having some fun. And this is what it looked like if you didn't have a chance to see it when I ran it on Facebook. Because when I do my workout videos, I wear these silly little socks and I never would have thought that they would have gotten any attention at all. And then people started writing and saying, what are you wearing on your feet? They look so comfortable. And the reason I showed you the bottom of them is because they have these grippers on them. And so because of the grippers, you don't slip.
Yeah.
And so they almost can be, I end up wearing them all day long after I get home because they're almost like slippers.
If only they could get a discount on them.
Well, funny that you should say that because today is the last day to actually go to the link tree in the profile and then see it on the top. It says add connection 20 at checkout. So all you do is you click that box that I highlighted in white, takes you right over there, and then you don't use my name. You put in connection 20 and you get 20% off.
I have to tell you, Judy wears those every day. No, I mean,
I really do.
Full disclosure, she wears them every day. And
it is true. So anyway, lots to talk about, lots to show you. I love Sissy. I talk to myself and answer myself all the time. Good.
Oh, yeah.
Me too. Paul says, what are you talking about over there? Oh, nothing to be concerned about. I've got it covered.
Someday she's going to be drowning or something. I'm like, oh, she's just talking to me.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know. Actually, I look more and more at the clock. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very, very, very cute and very comfortable. And they work inside boots too. So if you have some socks that are too thick at the end of the toe to be able to make you feel comfortable in your boot, they kind of work that way too. I have to go.
Yes, because I
have to set up for my next broadcast.
It's like the after show. You can watch Judy doing her debut on HSN from our house. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, from this very spot, we're just going to move the table and then I'll bring the machine out. But I'm going to be wearing this exact outfit. I said, I want that much less to have to do right after Sunday Funday.
I'm going to wear the same thing for when we have brief.
You're going to wear the same thing when you're behind the camera?
Yes. And no one will see it. Unless Judy
But we'll
calls
know
me
how
out for
good
making
you
a
look.
bad shot.
Pan up, pan down, zoom out,
Thank
zoom
you,
in.
guys. I did say I have a trivial question. We'll save that for next week.
Okay.
And then keep your bar signs and
Bumper stickers coming. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because we love those. And it's fun to be able to share them and show them to everybody who's watching, who likes to get a good laugh and a good smile, and then pass it on, right?
Rainy day in PA.
Yeah. Speaking of passing it on, feel free to share the broadcast. And we will see you next weekend when we're able to say a big hello on camera, virtually, to Suzanne Runyon. And and she has some big news too that I can kind of give away just before we sign off. She's starting a lot of specials in March, starting tomorrow, because it's craft month. And you know, she is the queen of craft.
Always was.
I'll break out some of the things she crafted for me that are going to crack her up, but I still have them. So that'll be a fun show. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, a great week ahead, and we'll see you next weekend.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yes, thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.